And I'm live.
Wait, you say something to her? How do India go upstairs? Like, is this level 2? Yeah.
Who is that?
It's my friend! Leave it alone!
Well, what a way to start off a live stream.
You need to go get her back in 2 minutes! No, don't do that!
Dustin, you want to be in a live stream? Okay. If you don't want to be in a live stream. No, you. He's about to come. I'm sorry. Sorry. Cold right now. People are looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Still recording? Yep. Really disconnected from that. What if I did break this glass? Really? Still no views or likes on YouTube yet? Am I annoying yet? I'm on everything.
It's not my birthday. Oh, it's not? No. When is it October? Oh, man, what that was.
I'm so bored. Can't wait for summer so I can do more live streams. Oh, come on. No one's even on here.
I typed it in like 4 times. Have a great day! I didn't even think that. I didn't.
Hey. see if any more on. So I can't get YouTube.
Morning, Tyler.
Morning. I'm just live on YouTube. I'm live. Don't quit. YouTube live doesn't work good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, someone told me that someone somehow your file cabinet. How?
I did it over the week. I had to put in my case so I didn't lose it.
Really? No one's still on the video? Do you know how many more weeks or a month till spring break?
I'll look.
Right when you're late. But have you found your earring yet?
Boy, no, somebody got that earring. Hold on. Little nigga, hold on.
Okay, I don't want to get demonetized. I'm live right now.
Yes, please turn up the heat.
I just turned it up. How was everybody's weekend?
Good. We grilled some food yesterday. Some pork and chicken. It was good.
Was that for Super Bowl purposes?
Yeah. I did not like the halftime show. We got Moon 5. Could have got something better.
Man, Ryan is still on my roll.
Yeah,
Where the heck is he? Ryan.
That's crazy.
Is he in a different class or is he just skipping?
well, he's not here at all.
What's up?
Oh,
going to be the first section of these notes. Please put your name on them. We'll finish them up probably tomorrow or Wednesday. And just like we did before, I'll give you a completion grade for just following along and putting third number. So one was 1 on it.
I might want that. Take that off. This is good. She said, take it off. Yeah, this is green. Why didn't you show me? Ain't that pretty green? I can see it. You ain't got a lot, Craig. So, nigga, hold on.
Really?
We gon' make it.
That was a trick.
What? Can I get one piece, please? What's the
Yeah, I just forgot.
that was nasty. Okay.
Okay. So the first slide is kind of hard to read at the top. But it says, although the vast majority of the earth is covered in water, 1 in 8 people lacks access to clean, fresh water. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. It's actually a lot of people. Clean, fresh water is a huge deal. It has everything to do with whether or not you're going to live a healthy life or not. And how healthy that life is if you do it. A lot of babies in what they call developing countries that don't have clean water, they don't even make it till their 5th birthday. And that's called the infant mortality. They've been monitoring the infant mortality rate for hundreds of years now to determine how many babies make it till their 5th birthday. Okay? So, whenever we look at the globe, whenever we look at the planet, we see mostly blue. And that's true, it's covered in water. But that is not fresh water. So what kind of water do we see whenever we look at the globe?
Salt water.
Salt water. Rosie, do you agree? Okay. So all of this water that you see, it's not even drinkable. It's
How
salt.
about you can drink?
Huh?
You can't drink none of it.
If you do, you get dehydrated and die.
You can drink it.
No, you
If
can,
you
but
keep on drinking it, eventually you'll die. Like within a matter of a couple of
Don't it
days.
eat your insides up, stuff like that?
It basically dehydrates all of your cells individually and makes them so small and shriveled that they can't even function. So you basically just kill yourself. So there's a tolerance level. If you've ever been to the hospital and get an IV put in you,
oh,
You could have ran to
this is why I don't like food and drinks in my class.
I don't leave a mess.
stickiness on
was
the
it
floor.
like
I gotta get the lights on the floor.
Is there any stickiness up on the table?
Is that a Lysol or a Lysol?
If you've ever been to the hospital and got an IV drip in your vein, it'll say something like 0.9% sodium. So it's giving your body enough sodium in that water to hydrate you. But once you get to a point over 4% sodium, which is what that water is, it starts dehydrating you. And what it does is your body wants to drink water because that's what it knows, but then it dehydrates you more, so you drink more of it, more of it, more of it. And thousands, if not millions of people have died in the past because they've been stranded out in the ocean or on an island without fresh water. They start drinking that ocean water, and then they have to drink more of it just to keep up, and then they have to drink more of it to keep up, and then it gets to a point where there's not enough fresh water in the world to save them.
Is it if you...
Once you get so much salt in your body, it's over.
Can't you boil it?
Yeah, I was about to say, can you start
Yeah.
a fire and boil it?
So you can boil that water,
But-
and you can put it through what's called a distilling process
You can-
or distillery. And what that does is it evaporates the water, and when it evaporates the water, the salt doesn't evaporate with it. And the evaporated water, you guide it into another container, and then that water would be safe to drink. So if you've ever taken salt water, actually I'll just say it like this. If you take water from your tap and you put it in a pan and you boil it until it's all the way down, you're going to be left with like some white
Oh, yeah, I know what you're about.
like film. And what that white film is that's all of the calcium and minerals that's in that water. See, all of the water that boiled out doesn't have that. It leaves all that stuff in. Okay. So there's really nothing to write on this slide. It just kind of introduces how much lack of water there is. So here in the United States, we really don't think about it too much. Every single water spigot that we turn on is fresh water. Whether we're taking a shower, or washing our dishes, or laundry, or the water that comes out of the sink, or even the water that goes to our toilet, those are the same pipe. All of that water has been filtered. We don't use plain water to drink out of and then dirty water to flush our toilet down with. It's all the same. At one time, it was clean water. So water is essential to life on Earth. Humans can live for more than a month without food, but we can live for only a few days without water.
So we can live for a month without food?
You can, under the right conditions.
What are those conditions?
Like if you weren't active. So your body right now is going through this process of cellular respiration. So all 7 million cells in your bodies are going through cellular respiration. So whenever you breathe out, every time you breathe out, you're breathing a little bit of water. And so think about it like this. Whenever if you've ever had sunglasses or glasses that you've like kind of breathed on them to fog them up so that you can wipe them off, that's actually water that's coming out from your breath every single time. Okay? So you don't think about it, but throughout the course of the day, you're going to lose at least this much water coming out of your mouth just from breathing. Okay? That doesn't count all of the sweat that you're sweating. So you got a little microscope I have, and I
Yeah.
stuck it on your fingers, and you can see the little sweat pores on your fingers.
Yeah.
Once all of that water in your body is gone, you're simply dehydrated. So if you even went a day or two, like one full day without drinking water or liquids, you would feel dehydrated and you would feel bad. Two kinds of water found on Earth, fresh water and salt water. So fresh water is the water that people can drink, and it contains little salt. So it does contain some salt.
Do you still have that vein?
Yeah.
The microscope?
Most human uses for water, such as drinking and agriculture, require fresh water. So, for example, we have all this salt water in our oceans, right?
Yeah.
But can we water our plants with it?
No.
Why not?
Ashley?
Because it would kill them.
Can we water plants with salt water? No, it would kill our plants. Plants have to be watered with natural water, like rain or something like that. Okay? But we
Wait, is rain out in the ocean still salt water?
well, the rain, when it's coming down from the sky, there's no salt in it.
Oh.
And it mixes in with the salty ocean.
Because I always wondered, like, if there's a storm in the ocean, it's still salt, but it's not.
No, but
Yeah.
once that water gets into the ocean, it's there.
You got to know why.
I sure can whenever I get done talking about this one. Alright, so where is our water? Fresh water is both a renewable resource and a limited resource. The Earth's fresh water is distributed unequally, so it doesn't rain equally everywhere. For example, it rains more in the tropical rainforest than it does in the Sahara Desert. How much water people use depends on where they live and the time of year. So how much water do you think humans in the United States use on average?
A lot.
How much do you think then?
Wait, what?
How much water do you think you use each day?
Like,
A day?
On average, how many gallons of water do you think you go through each day?
A gallon?
I drink like 5 water bottles.
A gallon a day or something?
A gallon a day? Anybody else have any guesses?
I don't know.
What if I told you that on average,
2
humans
gallons.
use between 80 to 100 gallons of water each day?
At least I was in the gallon part.
And we don't get off your phones, please.
I'm not even on my phone.
Ashley. Trying to have a classroom discussion here. It's kind of hard when it's Tyler.
I was just reading the nutrition facts.
Take my mom.
Okay. Where do you think all of that water comes from?
Lakes, water purification systems.
I didn't ask you. I asked you if you were there. So where does the water come from?
Water purification
Someone
systems.
besides Tyler. No, the water that we use each day, what do we use it for?
Like rivers and stuff. Rainwater.
Okay. How much water do we drink?
A lot.
80 to 100 gallons.
Okay, we don't drink 80 to 100 gallons of water. We might drink maybe a gallon of water a day. Okay, but where is the other 79 gallons? What do we use it from? Anybody take a shower?
Yeah. We gotta wash dishes or something, wash clothes. Or you talk about you.
No, it's like a
Water
radiation
use.
bath.
How much the water that you use every day that you use. So if you take a shower, do you take a cold shower or hot shower?
Hot shower.
Hot shower, okay? So the standard hot
So-
water heater is about 30 gallons. Okay. So if you take a hot shower and it starts to get cool on you, that means you ran through 30 gallons of water.
I be hating that too.
Okay.
I can wash my hair every time.
So that's 30 gallons right there. So if it's just warm, that means it's mixing in with the cold and warm water. That means you've actually used more than 30 gallons taking a shower. Because the hot water tank can only heat up so much water at a time.
You know, they keep heating up when I'm in the shower.
So when y'all run a bath, you can see how much water is in that bathtub.
Oh, mom, give me hugs. I don't know what you about.
I know it's more than 1 gallon in the bathtub. It's more than 1 gallon.
Mom give me a whole lot. Mom gives me some top.
It's about 50 gallons, 30
Well,
gallons.
that's another thing. So you can adjust the temperature on the hot water heaters too, okay? So then you're also talking about how the water that you use to wash dishes, the water that you use to wash your laundry, and then just washing your hands. And then every time you go to the bathroom, hopefully you flush the toilet. That's usually over
They don't do that here.
the household tanks at your house are typically about 4 gallons or so. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So every time you flush that, that's 4 gallons, right?
4 gallons of your money down the drain.
So if you flush it 6 times a day, that's like 25 gallons of water right there just flushing the toilet.
And that's money down the drain.
I have this thing with my shower, with me. It's like, if I use the bathroom, I don't flush the toilet while I'm in the shower. I do not do that. I wait till I get out the shower. Is that something?
Yeah, that's the thing, because some water systems, the way the pipes are ran, it'll make your shower water go really hot or really cold.
No, it's just not like, I hate when,
Mine doesn't do
it's just
that.
feel like that. Dirty stuff gonna get on me, and I'm trying to get clean. That's why I don't flush my toilet. In the shower, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I think.
So at the bottom of your shower is a drain, right?
Yep.
And when that
thought it was-
when that water goes down the drain at the bottom of your shower, it goes underneath the ground out to the street. Okay? Yeah, so, well, under
It's a
pipe,
drain?
a pipe that
Thought
goes
it was
underneath
the
the street.
portal to Narnia.
I know what you're saying.
But Mr. McBride, you said it was a drain? I thought it was a portal to Narnia.
Okay, so this is the road right here, this might be a yard, and then this is gonna be your house, apartment, wherever you live, right? Okay? So underneath all of this mess right here, a lot of times there's electrical lines, there's definitely water lines going in, and there's definitely sewer lines going out. There's a lot of stuff that happens underneath the house. So, like for example, they're building that big Costco right now up on Memorial Road, right? It's kind of like a big Sam's, but it's Costco. They spent months and months and months preparing the dirt and preparing what's underground, laying the foundation for this thing, right? And underneath the foundation is all of this electrical work, all of the water coming in, all of the water going out. And then once they got the foundation laid, the building goes up really quick. But okay, so this is your shower, right? Sorry. Okay. So this is your shower.
It's like when they do construction.
That's a depressing house if it just has a shower. Ugh.
So that's your shower, right?
Yeah.
Well, your toilet goes to the same pipe down here.
It's not that close to the shower. Yeah, that's how mine
Yeah,
is.
that's mine too.
My sink is close to the toilet. Yeah. It's like the wall right there.
And then like your little sink right here with the faucets, it has a little pipe that goes down in here too. And it connects with the same waste. So all,
So how does clothes get hospital? If you
you gotta push it down so that it breaks through here and goes out.
But it don't sometimes. You having people come right in. I thought that was
So
that
if-
shit was nasty.
So if there is a stop about here,
Ugh.
if there's a stop about here or something, it'll back all of this up. But since this is lowest to the ground, it'll usually bump that up first and then the toilet before it makes it to the sink. Now sometimes your kitchen sink might be stopped up, but it's stopped up here. Y'all with me?
Yeah.
Alright. And then out here in the ground somewhere, y'all seen those little manhole covers?
Yeah.
Yep.
You turn on and off, turn the water on and off. Hi. Yeah. Right here. Cheers. So you have these manhole covers, and inside these manhole covers, there's a little on-off switch down here, and a little meter. So they can come out here. Jersey, take that off your head. Hold on. You have an administrator from down the street coming in here to check on your attendance. You're gonna walk up there. That guy has the authority to kick you out of school or not.
But he not.
You wanna act like a clown.
He wouldn't even let me be out of school. My mama was like, well, cause she don't like school like they gotta go back to
I
school.
love to be out of school. They can make more YouTube videos and get paid.
I know, but that's, if the guy's out here that's scaring you, try to act as respectful as possible.
He's trying to.
I was acting for you.
He's trying to scare us.
No. So like, now everybody else thinking.
Take
You
off
gonna put
that
it-
piece of gum.
No, I just put it in my coat.
My head is cold. I don't gotta tell you I'm gonna touch it like this because my head is cold.
There's a pocket in here that I was trying to get into.
Have you been missing a lot of other classes or something?
He come up here.
Huh?
He come up here. He just come up here to check on it.
I know he came
Oh.
up here. Have you been missing it? Why are you down here?
No, he do it to everybody. You said why is he checking on me? He does it to everybody that get dropped. Like everybody that been dropped before he goes to their class.
Dropped.
Can I see that? Now do you get what I'm saying?
I own dropped.
Because Ryan's in this class. He's not coming in here asking for Ryan. He's coming in here asking for you.
Because
That's
Ryan.
what I'm trying to find out.
Ryan's
Oh,
lazy.
heck.
Ryan's lazy. Let's just say
My
that.
mama used to come up to school and check on me.
No, but when I was in the other class, he came to another class to check on somebody else. He does that. I don't know why. She's scary.
EVAP.
Oh, I signed a contract.
Me too. Me too.
That's why.
Okay, next
They
one is the water
forced
cycle.
me to sign it.
Water molecules travel between the Earth's surface and the atmosphere. So water evaporates at the Earth's surface. We all know this. Water vapor rises into the air when the As the vapor rises, it condenses to form clouds. Eventually, the water in clouds fall back to the earth.
I already got done wrote it right here.
What's the name?
What, climate?
Yeah. Let's see if we know.
Talking about deciduous?
No. What atmosphere is it in?
Oh, the troposphere.
Yeah, we live in the troposphere. In the type sphere I'm going.
You got it. Then you get some feelings.
I bet the kids will get it right. You say every correct answer, they get $1. I bet they would get all correct by then.
Well, that was gonna cut it.
Like,
You know, I do it all.
for every correct answer you get, I bet everyone will be doing their answers right.
Me too. And y'all could date for everything.
No, can I have some almonds?
I don't have almonds today. Let me wait till 11:30. No, we have a gun. Okay. The oceans are important because all the Earth's water is in the ocean. Stay with me. I want to get through these first section.
Now we don't stay in here until 11:30.
I mean 10:30.
You need to change that clock.
Eventually, that clock will be right.
Eventually,
Yeah.
I'll have a clock like that in my room.
Which is so weird.
We're almost done with the first.
Yeah.
But you keep talking. Too much. Let's just work and not talk. Work and not talk.
I like stalling.
Oh, we learn stuff in here when I'm talking.
No, we're just sitting.
Okay, tell me about Lake Hefner.
Wait, Kathy.
Yeah, tell me about Lake Hefner.
You never thought.
It's run by a water purification facility.
Thinking about Lake Hefner. I don't really think about.
Zebra horses are in Lake Hefner.
Yeah, that's what I usually.
Zebra mussels.
See, I just said zebra horses.
Okay, all of the water that we drink here at the school
Comes from Lake Hefner. Wait, we don't drink water at school. Oh, the
Water
water.
that you at your house.
Water fountains. I'm stupid.
Can we change it now?
It is all on live stream.
Wait, what do you mean?
We can, but I'm still gonna talk about Lake
Disgusting.
Hefner.
It has
Okay.
dirt in it.
Okay.
But then you're gonna be stuck on the next slide until I'm done talking.
Hold on.
Alright.
So you're to do that, let's clean the water out.
We go to the thing.
I love you talking about it.
Where am I going? Bill.
Okay, I don't want to get copyright, so I'm covering the microphone.
See, the surface of my lovely science turns cloudy. That's because water vapor, which was floating around in the air, sticks to the cold surface in little liquid water droplets. Now, this process, this effect, this thing that happens is called condensation. It's the same thing that happens to people who wear glasses when they come in after being outside on a cold day. It's where clouds come from. Where'd you guys go? Oh, funny. Very funny. Anyway, condensation is sort of the opposite of evaporation. Instead of liquid water gaining energy and becoming a vapor, water vapor loses energy, becomes a liquid. Little tiny droplets that stick to cold surfaces. It's a very important thing about condensation. Water vapor needs a place to stick in order for condensation to happen.
Look at the glass next time you drink your milk. Does it seem to sweat? Well, the glass isn't really sweating, of course, but it is wet. It's just the water vapor in the nearby air being condensed.
When clouds form, water vapor turns into tiny liquid water drops. But in order for that to happen, the water has to have some place to stick. It has to have something to stick to. So take a look at this. This is our big glass jug cloud apparatus of science. We're going to make a cloud in here. First, we'll add a little water. This will be the water that will form our cloud. Swirling it around a little. Now, using this pump, we'll pressurize the big glass jug. Then when I pull this rubber stopper off, the air in the jug will expand. And that's when a cloud should form. 3,
So it's a vacuum chamber.
See, nothing happened. This,
Anyone know why nothing happened?
Because he pressed.
It's cold.
But it doesn't have anything to do with it pressurized. So why did a cloud not form?
Because there was not cold air coming through.
Okay. What does it take to form a cloud?
Hot and cold. No, that's a tornado.
It takes something else too.
Water.
Well, it takes water, and there's already water in the air. So why is the water in this air not forming a cloud?
Because
Condensed.
it's not in it. Up to the sky, man.
The what's in the sky that makes it. It's all the right conditions, right? And that's what he's trying to explain right here. So it takes more than just the right coldness or the right amount of pressure.
Because the water vapor didn't have anything to stick to it. So what we're going to do is add some dust. Just a tiny amount of dust.
When I was younger than this.
We'll use the smoke from these two matches. That's all the dust we need to form a cloud. Now watch. We'll pressurize it again. When I pull it off, the air in the jug expands. And when it expands, it cools off. The same thing happens to air masses when they get blown around by the wind and pushed up high into the sky. 3, 2, 1. See? It's a cloud. It's the water cycle. It's
A lot of smoke.
Alright.
What's that smell?
Okay, global water distribution. Although 71% of the Earth's surface is covered with water, whenever you look at the globe over there, 71% of it is that light blue color.
97% of it is salt water.
97% of the Earth's total water is salt water. Why is that?
I don't know. Hang on.
Oceans and seas.
It's because icebergs or something.
The 71% is only talking about the surface area. The surface area, right?
Yeah.
It's not talking about the depth of all that water and how much water is already there. Jersey. Is this why Mr. Murphy's coming by? See if you're leaking fast.
Hell, if it was fresh water, it would have been good for drinking and it would have ended world thirst.
So out of
not
all the
world
water
hunger.
here on Earth, 97% of it is this salt water. It's in the oceans and seas.
I took that.
I kind of always wonder what would happen if the ocean was fresh water.
Of the fresh water, so of the 3% that's left over, that leaves us 3% left of fresh water. So of that 3% of fresh water, 77% of that is frozen in the glaciers and ice caps. So now we're down to about 1% of the water here on Earth that's actually drinkable and usable. Okay, so hint, that's going to be a quiz/test question, right?
Yeah.
Only a small percentage of the water